In this image, we see a person at a crossroads, symbolizing the moment of decision between paths driven by conflict or love. The dark path represents the fight fueled by resentment and opposition, while the light filled path signifies love, unity, and truth, values that transcend individual disagreements. The glowing heart the figure holds signifies the shift in perspective, reframing their fight as one motivated by purpose and compassion. The faint shadows behind them symbolize past judgments, echoing the text's acknowledgement of unfair assumptions and the struggle to let them go. The light rays in the sky represent spiritual guidance, reflecting the call to align one's fight with a higher, more loving purpose. This connects to the first point. Recognize the fight, but reframe it with purpose, as it visually embodies the concept of shifting focus from opposing someone to fighting for something greater: truth, unity, and love. The image and text both suggest that real power comes not from seeing others as enemies, but from choosing a path where love is at the core of the struggle, leading to peace and resolution. In this image, two figures face each other, representing the challenge of seeing beyond labels. One figure is surrounded by warm, soft colors, symbolizing their humanity, emotions, and individuality. The other figure views them through a barrier of stereotypes and assumptions. The cracks in the barrier signify the breaking down of these preconceived notions, revealing the person's deeper struggles, dreams, and unique journey. This ties into the second point: see the humanity behind the identity, which encourages you to move past the labels of identity politics and academia. The image visually expresses the act of recognizing someone's inherent humanity, despite the narrative built around them. The soft light between the two figures represents the love and understanding that Jesus calls us to embrace, even when we disagree. It reminds us that every person is navigating their own challenges and deserves to be seen beyond their identity or affiliations. This image shows a person divided into two distinct halves. One half reflects their political beliefs with abstract, bold symbols, while the other half highlights their personal self filled with warmth, emotions, and dreams. The line between these two sides fades, symbolizing the ability to separate the person from their politics. The background moves from harsh contrasts to a harmonious blend, representing the realization that people are more than their political views. This directly illustrates point 3: separate the person from the politics. Just as the image divides the individual into two components, it reminds us that while we can disagree with someone's politics, that does not define them entirely. The softer, more personal side of the figure reflects the unique experiences and feelings that shape their worldview, while the rigid political side shows how beliefs can be influenced by life experiences. The fading line emphasizes that we must strive to see beyond the surface of political alignment to appreciate the full humanity of the individual. In this image, a person is kneeling in prayer, surrounded by soft light, symbolizing the Holy Spirit. Their hands are clasped in a gesture of humility, and a subtle glow from their heart area represents the compassion and love they are seeking. In the background, a blurred figure symbolizes the other person whose full story is not fully known. The surrounding warmth and light represent divine understanding and the openness to see beyond one's own assumptions. Above, rays of light symbolize spiritual guidance and the grace to see others through God's eyes. This reflects point 4: ask the Holy Spirit for guidance and humility. The act of prayer here represents the desire to be led by the Holy Spirit, asking for both understanding and humility in recognizing that one's view may be incomplete. The blurred figure in the background illustrates how we may not know someone's full story, yet the praying figure remains open to compassion and divine insight. This visual emphasizes the importance of seeing others with dignity and love, even in disagreement, as guided by a higher spiritual perspective. In this image, a woman stands confidently with one arm raised, symbolizing empowerment, as a rising sun in the background represents new beginnings and hope. Surrounding her are smaller figures, each walking different paths that converge toward the same horizon, illustrating that there are various routes to empowerment. Her other hand is extended toward the figures, representing her role in uplifting and supporting others. The sun's warm glow highlights the transformation from darkness to light, symbolizing the shift from victimhood to empowerment. This image connects to point 5, shift the narrative from victimhood to empowerment. The woman's strong, compassionate stance reflects the idea that her work might not be about playing the victim, but about empowering herself and others who feel underrepresented. The convergence of paths shows that while her approach may differ from yours, both are valid paths toward upliftment. The transition from dark to light emphasizes that reframing the narrative can soften bitterness and bring clarity, enabling you to see her efforts as a form of empowerment rather than victimhood. In this image, the figure stands on a path leading toward a bright horizon, symbolizing their own mission and purpose. They hold a torch representing the inner fire and drive to create a better world. The path is lined with diverse and interconnected figures, representing unity, personal responsibility, and individual uniqueness, values they wish to embody. The background transitions from chaotic darkness behind the figure to calm light ahead, symbolizing the shift from frustration to a focused, purpose-driven mission. The soft light above represents faith and guidance, illuminating the journey. This visual aligns with point 6, focus on your own mission. Instead of channeling frustration into fighting against someone or something, the image encourages you to focus on what you stand for. By promoting the values you believe in, unity, personal responsibility, and faith, you can embody the change you want to see. The peaceful yet determined nature of the figure reflects the shift from opposition to purposeful action, guiding you toward a mission rooted in love and clarity. This image captures a serene landscape where a figure stands at peace, holding a glowing heart that symbolizes their deep care for love and truth. In the distance, people of different backgrounds come together, representing respect, unity, and mutual understanding, even in the presence of differences. The warm, glowing sky and light rays highlight the peacefulness of the scene, while the figure embodies a perspective rooted in love, channeling their fight for truth with compassion rather than conflict. This visualization reflects the final thought that your frustration and internal conflict are indicators of how much you care about love and truth. The peaceful scene mirrors the idea that the fight you're in is a good one, but it should be led by love, not opposition. By adopting a loving perspective, you find the peace and love you seek, even amid challenging situations. The image serves as a reminder that truth and love, when pursued with compassion, lead to unity and inner harmony.